In your morning medical news, as we mark 5 years since the COVID-19 virus swept across the world, doctors and scientists say they're still learning about what's known as long COVID. New research is revealing who may be more likely to suffer from the sometimes debilitating condition. Bradley Blackburn has those details for us.
There's a great deal of suffering happening due to this illness.
Psychiatrist Dr. Alexander Charney of Mount Sinai Hospital in New York is among researchers nationwide leading the Recover Initiative, exploring the lingering symptoms of long COVID and how to treat them.
Symptoms involving the brain to symptoms involving the heart, symptoms involving the lungs. It's what happens months, even years after that infection.
A study published in January found women have a 31% higher risk of developing long COVID than men. And the risk was even higher, 45%, for women ages 40 to 54 who haven't been through menopause.
It is hypothesized that the levels of different hormones could be affecting whether a male or female goes on to develop long COVID or not.
Janet Oldenbrook is a patient at Mount Sinai and has participated in research studies. She says she caught the COVID-19 virus in the initial wave. 5 years later, she still spends much of her time at home dealing with intense fatigue and brain fog.
I do have to manage my energy still. Like if I commit to something, then I know I'm going to need X amount of time before, X amount of time after to recover, to prepare.
Oldenbrook was part of a drug trial she says helped lift the fog, but just temporarily.
You know, we're 5 years on. Do you think you'll be able to recover from this?
I hope so. I really hope that the work that they're doing at the Recover Center is going to come up with something long-lasting.
The long impact of long COVID that doctors say they're still just beginning to understand.
One study suggests as many as 400 million people worldwide may have suffered from long COVID. The Trump administration, meanwhile, dropping a lawsuit aimed at protecting emergency abortion access. The Biden-era suit challenged Idaho's restrictions. The Supreme Court had temporarily allowed abortions only when pregnancies threaten a woman's life. The Justice Department withdrew that case yesterday. Currently, 12 states ban abortion at all stages of pregnancy. More Americans are turning to exercise snacks to meet their weekly activity goals. Certified trainer Catherine Gunling demonstrated the concept on CBS Mornings. That's what they're doing here. Exercise snacking means short bursts of intense activity for just a minute or two throughout the day. Experts say it's ideal for the 80% of Americans who don't meet the recommended 2.5 hours of weekly exercise.
We really want to get away from that all or nothing mindset, because even 1 to 2 minutes, we're not just talking about the 1 to 2. You're thinking about adding this in, so we want to build habits.
Other examples of exercise snacks include walking briskly for 10 minutes, jogging in place for 5, jumping rope for a few minutes, or stair climbing. Sadly, though, no actual snacking is involved.